My wife flirted with her ex behind my back and called marriage a prison, so I froze our accounts and watched her perfect life implode overnight. I'm a 34-year-old male, and up until last year, I was a senior project manager at one of those corporate tech firms that work you to death, but paid just enough to keep you from quitting. I had been there for almost a decade. Not what I dreamed of doing when I was younger. I wanted to start my own gaming company, but it paid a $110,000 a year plus bonuses, which my now ex-wife, Sarah, a 32-year-old female, made sure disappeared almost immediately every month. We met at my buddy Dave's wedding 7 years ago. She was the maid of honor, stunning, confident, and smart-mouthed in a way that made you want to impress her. Back then, she worked as a marketing consultant, mostly posting on Instagram for local boutiques that barely paid her bills. I was making about $85,000 then and had just bought my first condo. Looking back, that's probably what attracted her more than anything else. The first 2 years were decent. Not perfect, but decent. She complained about her job, how her feminist studies degree wasn't being respected in the corporate world, and how the patriarchy was keeping her from her dream job. Meanwhile, I was grinding 60 to 70-hour weeks, taking on extra projects and working weekends to save for the house she insisted we needed in the right neighborhood. She had this way of making me feel like I was never doing enough. If I got a 5% raise, she'd ask why it wasn't 8%. If I brought home flowers, she'd point out her friend's husband who surprised his wife with weekend trips. Always comparing, always wanting more. We got married after dating for 18 months. Her parents paid for a small wedding, though I later found out my $15,000 contribution covered most of it while her parents just took credit. She insisted on a prenup ironically. Her parents had given her a trust fund worth about $30,000 that would mature when she turned 35, and she wanted to protect it. Being the naive idiot I was, I agreed and even paid for the lawyer to draft it. You know where this is going. The problem started when I got her name on the mortgage of our $575,000 house in the suburbs. I put down a $110,000 from selling my condo and savings. She contributed exactly $0, but insisted both our names be on everything. That's what marriage is, she said. What's yours is mine. What's mine is mine. She joked to her friends. I should have seen the red flags. Our house was just like her. High maintenance and constantly demanding attention. Within months of moving in, she decided the perfectly functional kitchen needed a renovation, $40,000. 6 months later, it was the master bathroom that was embarrassing, $25,000. I worked extra hours, took on side consulting gigs, and postponed vacations just to keep up with her vision of how we should live.